Hello, world. My name is Ashley Collins. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. I have a very special guest today. I am here with, introduce yourself.
Cordelle. My name is Cordelle, otherwise known on the online world as the guy from Tough Love Club. But yeah, my name's Cordell, and I'm just kicking it here in the Starbucks. So yeah, I'm so stoked for this. I'm very stoked for this.
So I'm going to segue a little bit. Tell us about Tough Love Club and where'd you get the name from? I know that's not one of the questions, but I've always
Uh,
wondered this.
it's yeah. Everyone has a brand. Well, they always brand themselves. So I was just like getting in my sobriety. I was always about the tough love, no sugarcoating, and I was just thinking of like an Instagram handle, and I tough love has just always stuck with me. And then I was just like, well, tough love, what? Because you can't just have Instagram with like just tough love; it's already taken. And then I was just like, tough love group, tough love gathering, and then I was like, oh, you know what? Club. So then like it just like all fell into there, and I didn't see it at first. I couldn't see like maybe that's not going to catch on, but then it's just like I know it's like a good name, and like tons of people are like, good handle. Like I've never heard anything like that. So I'm just like, yeah. So I'm all about the tough love. If anybody goes to check on my Instagram later, you'll see that I just like yell in front of my phone, and I'm just like motivating you. But but yeah, that's where I got it. It was just the tough love. I'm a fan of it. So yeah.
Dope, dope, dope. Okay. Um, how did you get started with your self-improvement journey?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So I yeah, I'm gonna take it back because that's when it originally started. So yeah, when I was about 17, I had a high school sweetheart, I guess you could say, and we were dating for like 2 years, and I never touched like a drop of liquor, no drugs or anything. And then when we broke up, it was very devastating because your first love is very devastating.
Mm-hmm.
And um, I ended up just uh just drinking. It was just like a little escape, and I I just started drinking, and it started off as fun. And I was 17 too, so it was the end of like my grade 12. And like I was just like one of those like scene kids that had like the swoopy hair and would just hang out with all the metalheads and stuff like that. And and I was in like a small town called Okotoks. It's a whole bunch of like country kids and like hockey kids. So um, it was I was kind of like an outcast, I guess you could say, and I started drinking and I started hanging out with the hockey kids and all the cool kids on the weekends, going to the party. And yeah, it was just like an escape. So then I fell into that, and then it just started becoming fun. And from 17 to 22, it was 5 years of just being a drunk, 5 years of just doing drugs, 5 years of like having no goals and ambitions.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, like those 5 years, they impacted me a lot, and there was a lot of damage on other people. But if it wasn't for that, I definitely wouldn't have Tough Love Club. I definitely wouldn't be into personal development, into learning about mindset. So at a time I was very just like, oh, screw that. Like, why did I waste 5 years of my life just being a drunk?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so thankful for it because without that, I wouldn't have what I have today. So yeah, that like we'll get like deeper into like all of that stuff, but it was yeah, it was more so that it was just being a drunk for 5 years, and then I tried to get sober tons and tons of times. Like it's very tough, and I went to the rooms of AA,
Yeah.
and I started like I tried to get sober once, and then it didn't work, and I did it a couple more times, and then just this last time around I actually got it, and I actually put the plug in the jug. And
What
when
is
you're
that thing?
sober, put the plug in the jug.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just when you literally like put the plug in the jug and stop drinking. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. They have a whole bunch of like little metaphors and terms in those groups. So that's just one of them. But yeah, I actually just put the plug in the jug, and when you get sober for your first year, it's you're working towards your first year. That's the number one thing. It's just like, oh, I need to be sober for a whole year. I can do it.
Yeah.
So I worked for that, and that is like a form of self-improvement. But this is when I got deep into this stuff was after my 1 year. I was like, now what? Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And because most people, when they get sober after the year, they work for that year, and then they get to the year and they're like, what am I going to do? And they go right back out drinking. So I was just like, you know what? I need to have a purpose. I need to have a direction. And um, I started off with, I'm gonna be a DJ, a house DJ, and like I downloaded all these programs, bought all this equipment, and I was gonna pursue it. But then the problem with that is being a DJ, you're playing in very toxic environments. You're hanging around the drugs and all the alcohol. So I was just like, there's got to be something else. But I didn't think like, oh, I'm gonna find something else. I was determined to be a DJ. But there was one day, and I don't know how I found it, but I was just on YouTube or Facebook, and I saw Les Brown, the motivational speaker, and his speech just like shook me. I was just like, whoa. I was like, what? And he was just talking to me, and I just like I could relate so much. And then I watched this other video at like 2 a.m. in the morning the previous day, and it started getting into all this mindset and philosophical stuff, and I was just like, whoa, what is this stuff? So as me, as an addict having an addictive personality, I was just like, okay, who's all these motivational speakers, this and that, and I just got invested into I just went down the rabbit hole in that, and it in no time the DJ stuff was just out of my life. I've had a purpose, and I was just like, you know what, like, why? I have a story. I can share it. I really enjoy this stuff. I really like learning about myself and growing, and I think I'm gonna dedicate my life to this. So that is that is how I got started on my self improvement journey. It was yeah, it was really weird. You don't expect it, but it just happened.
Yes,
Yeah.
so love that. I love that story. Wow. Oh my God, I love that. Okay. So, so let's, I'm sure you kind of touched on it, but if you can maybe elaborate a little more, tell us about your mental health journey from then to now. Like, tell us,
Oh,
do you still have bad days, or you're always up, you're always high?
oh,
Literally.
like I, no. It, it's like a lot of people too. Like, okay, yes, I have bad days. I have bad days all the time. We all do. We're human. It's just learning about how to deal with them. Um, the mental health. So my mental health was it. It was all over the place, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I never really had a grasp on conscious thought or anything. It was always like a substance for a crutch. It was just,
Yeah.
I never thought for myself. It was always leaning on a drink, leaning on MDMA or cocaine or something like that. Yeah, it was always a crutch, you know? And then when you take it away, then you're like, shit, like, I gotta deal with all of this. I gotta deal with real life. That's what you gotta do. So my mental health, it, my mental health for 5 years was really bad, like just really bad. To say like I would have crazy amounts of depression because I was addicted to MDMA. Like I would just rail MDMA like every day and just like go to work on it, like you name it, and like that is just like a depression in itself, that drug. and then you got like just the drinking, and then you try to get sober, and you got people telling you can't get sober, and then you're stuck in that rabbit hole, and then it's just like, yeah, it's not good. So my mental health, I've always been working on it, I guess you could say, but I really took the initiative when I first tried to get sober, and then I went out and relapsed, tried to get sober again, went out and relapsed, and then this time was when I guess you could say I really started like looking at my mental health and being like, okay, like becoming actually conscious of what I was thinking. And it's it's actually scary because when I got into all of this, when you start actually like just observing what your mind thinks in one day, and especially with all those 5 years of damage, it was actually like just so scary. It's like a horror film to me. Like I'm just like, how did I live that long and just like let it go and not even notice it? And it was just like a pattern. It was so comfortable, because I created it for so long. So yeah, my mental health, it's way better now, and it's always going to be an ongoing journey, always going to be improving because it's very important to me, very important to me. And yeah, that's why, yeah, mental health is a huge thing actually for all of this, for like Tough Love Club, like the personal development, like that's a very big foundation to this, because without it, without your mindset right, without your mental health all sorted out, like I don't want to give some tough love here, but like it's a lot of things don't work out if that foundation's not proper. And you got to really get honest with yourself and not give up and just work on it, because mental health and mindset is it's key. It's very key. And sorry, I don't want to like, I just want to elaborate on this. Mental health and having those negative thoughts is not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. And those are, they're not roadblocks. They're stepping stones to get you to where you need to be. That is work that that's work that you need to do to become who you are, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It, so it's a lot of people are like, oh yeah, like my head's all messed up and there's so much negativity, but no, that stuff is very good. That like I'm a firm believer in it, because when you consciously go there and you think about it, your emotions, they can tell you where you're at in your life. Those thoughts can tell you where you're at and how what you need to change and how you can improve it. So if anyone's struggling out there that sees this, those are not bad. Use them to your advantage.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna write that down later. Oh my god. Oh, I feel like crying right now. That was so. I felt that. Um, this is not one of the questions. Forgive me, but I'm curious. What are some tactics that you do on those bad days?
Oh, okay. So actually, I wanted to like I noticed you had like a daily routine. I saw on your Instagram, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, you have a daily routine. Um, so when I first started this, I got I was told journaling, and like as a dude, dudes don't journal. Like that's such a girly thing to do, and and I was just like, I'm not doing that. And um, yeah, all the motivational speakers and everyone's like, yeah, journal, journal, journal. And I was just like, okay, like I guess we'll try it out. And now this is my routine every day, and I do it no matter what, on
Do you mind
good
if I
or
record this
bad
part?
days. Pardon?
Do you mind if I record this part? I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
do a video within a video within a video.
No worries, no worries. So yeah, so every day I do, as soon as I wake up. Like I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. I do I do my journaling, my gratitude, and my push-ups. So first, I start with my journaling to see where my mind's at. I just journal it down. I journal my dreams. I journal my first thoughts because the first 20 minutes when you wake up are the most like important thoughts. You
Mm,
can either tell if they're negative or positive. You can see where your mindset's at and where you're gonna be for the day. And so I just write it all down, and then you can write your goals and anything you have planned for the day. You can just write it out in your journaling. And then, second, I do my gratitude. And gratitude's very important because you need to start off with what you're grateful for if you want anything else in life. There's a quote by this motivational speaker, I don't know his name, but he says, gratitude first, work second. You
mm,
need to, you need to be grateful for everything you have. Like if like there's a lot of people who just aren't grateful for stuff and they just expect things to come into their life. And you got to be grateful for all of that. Like we have this phone right now that we're able to do this on. You have that phone in your hand. Anybody watching this that is gonna watch this, be grateful for that. Like we're 2 steps ahead of everyone.
true.
So I'm extremely grateful for that. And then I do my push-ups, and I started off with 10, and now I'm at 50. So I wake up in the morning and I do 50. And it was just more so of the it was just a little test, I guess you could say. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna start to do push-ups, and like Les Brown's just like, yeah, if you're doing any like push-ups or sit-ups, just start small. Don't tackle it all at once. And yeah, about 4 months ago or something like that, it was just I started off with 10, and then after a couple weeks, then I went to 20, and then after further on, I just kept on adding 10 and 10 and 10, and my goal is to get to 100. My goal is to get to 100, but 50 is 50 is a lot right now. But those are the three things, and it really it really makes a strong foundation for the day
Mm-hmm.
because I used to just wake up and I used to just like sit on my phone or scroll. I used to sit on Facebook, and I don't go on Facebook much anymore because
Same.
I it is so toxic.
Oh my God.
It
Yeah.
is so toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree, right?
And I feel like I'm a quitter because like everyone says like, oh, if you're not investing in Facebook, you're losing. And I'm like, I can't. I literally physically and cannot look at my Facebook, or I get really sad.
Oh yeah, it's you're not losing. If you're on Instagram, you're winning. That is like because everybody's just catching on to Instagram, and it's I don't know, and the algorithm's still good, so you're winning. You're still
Yeah.
winning. um, but yeah, no, I used to just wake up and go on Facebook, and it was just so toxic, and like your mind is like a garden, you know? You got to be careful what you're planting in there. And unfortunately, Facebook is just full of so much negativity in the first comments, like you name it. But when I go on Instagram, I just follow some motivational pages. I follow you. I have a whole bunch of people who just put out like good stuff. And and I don't see negative comments on there. So, yeah, it's just having a solid foundation for my day.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I think it's very crucial, and the gratitude thing's very important, and journaling. You don't gotta do the push-ups, but like I highly recommend doing those too though. Yeah.
I can do 2 push-ups now.
You can do two?
I can do two.
Nice,
That's a
nice.
lot for me.
Is it?
I bet you can't do a split though.
Me?
Yeah, I bet you can't do a
Oh,
split though.
oh no, no, definitely not. You can?
Yeah,
Yeah?
but
Oh,
that's what I'm
okay.
doing. Like I'll sit in my splits while I'm like checking my emails, checking my messages. I'll sit in my splits while I'm doing that.
What? Really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'll
Fun
work
fact,
on that.
total tangent. Fun fact. I really wanted to be a professional cheerleader.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, one of the requirements is you have to do a split, and I couldn't. Like I would literally make it to the last round, but I could never do a split. So now I always have like this personal vendetta with myself where it's like I just have to do a successful split. I don't want to be a cheerleader anymore, but like it's just more of like a you could have done this actually, so now you have to punish yourself.
Wow, I did not know that was a credential for being a
Yeah,
cheerleader.
it's so
Wow.
serious. Do you guys have cheerleaders in Canada?
Yeah, but like it's not as extreme as you guys down there. Like I know you guys for like just college football have huge stadiums or it's like crazy. Like you guys love your sports, but like it gets too cold. It gets too cold. So
Huh?
yeah.
You guys have no? Is it football or soccer?
We have football. Oh wait, like the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, we call it soccer. Yeah.
Okay. I feel cultured right now. I feel so stupid.
Oh
Um,
no, it's all good. All good.
so you kind of touched on this. Tell us about the benefits of social media. You think?
Okay. Yeah, social media. Like this is actually funny because what's his name? Gary Vaynerchuk. So he actually helped me change my mindset on social media. I guess you could say when I was drinking and before I got sober, I used to think, oh, technology's advancing, this and that. Like, I can't keep up with it. All these kids are on their smartphones, this and that. Well, if you follow like Gary Vaynerchuk, he he's always just like, if you're not on your phone, if you're not using social media to your advantage right now, he's like, you're gonna lose. And then he started like telling you about all the benefits of social media and stuff like that. And I was just like, I was sold on it. And I was just like, you know what? Like, social media is very important, especially for what I want to do and what you're doing too. It's because it gives you that platform that you can put the content out and you can raise the awareness. And it has so much reach. Like Instagram has so much reach.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like Instagram, you can just do a hashtag and it could be like hundreds of people could possibly see it, but like Facebook, it doesn't really, it never caught on with with the hashtags, I guess you could say. But yeah, no, social media is very important because I could, like, this doesn't sound weird, but like I get messages from people like my age from India all the time, and they're like, "Yo, dude, can you help me out?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, dude, of course." So then we'll just sit there and talk, and he's just like, "I don't know what I want to do," and we'll just sit there and talk, and I'm like talking to somebody from India. You know what I mean? Like halfway across the world. So yeah, it connects everyone, and there's so many benefits to it. It's if anyone's telling you you should spend less time on social media, I I don't think you should. I think you should be spending more time if and putting out positivity and putting out good
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
That's that's the difference. Don't just sit there and share memes for 8 hours all day and just being like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be productive with it. Be productive with it.
That's funny. Okay. Okay. I kind of already asked this, but if you could pinpoint it, where was your rock bottom? Paint this picture for us of what it looked like, what it felt like.
Ooh, I, I I remember it. It was actually like, yeah, it was the last month, about, I think, yeah, 21 months ago? Yeah, yeah, 21 months ago. It's coming up to 22 here. But 21 months ago, last December, that was rock bottom. And when I mean rock bottom, like, it was bad. So, um, yeah, we'll just stick within this time zone. So, Um, it was when I relapsed, and my sponsor was just like, if you go back out, you might not make it back. You might die. And I'm just like, nah, like, you don't know what you're talking about. And he was just like, well, when you go back out, you pick up where you exactly left off. And I was just like, I never thought about that. Like I was just like, nah. So this was in July when I went out to go relapse. And I thought I had it under control. It was going good. It was going good. And that October, I decided to move into this house with these three other people who had like cocaine addictions and they were just drinking every day, my type of people. And I was just like, I was just beating myself up. It was getting bad. So it started off with drinking every day, and MDMA and drinking, those are just like the two. They just always went with me. I always loved to do those two, and that was that. So this was October, and I'm going hard in there. And I even have like Facebook memories actually, because yeah, it is October right now. Facebook memories from exactly like 2 years ago. And one night I was just like, oh, that night's so lit. And then the next morning I'm just like, I quit drinking. That's it. You know, it's just like one high and then one low. And it just like, I can just see it on my memory. So it really sucks sometimes. So I could see that I really did not want to be drinking, but I was stuck in the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So, yeah, oh, just horrible. So yeah, it was going on until December. And this is when it got bad. So my ex-girlfriend, she started hanging around. Um, and I don't know, she's a drunk just like me. So we just started getting drunk together. And next thing you know, she has like clomazepam and Ativan and all these prescription drugs. And I started going over to her house and sleeping over, and I just started stealing all of her medication every night. And then it was getting bad. It was just like so, and it was just drugs and just tons of liquor. And then I'm starting to steal prescription drugs, like stuff I've never done before. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And I thought it was normal. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think it was out of the norm because I was just trying to like get that fix, try to like feel more messed up. And then it started getting bad. There was this other girl, and I went to her house, and we just got wrecked. And she passed out, and I ended up stealing her laptop and stealing like her money. And then I started stealing stuff, and I'm like, what? Like, and I didn't think anything of it. Like, I just took it, and I was just like, I'm gonna sell this and get more stuff. And yeah, so it was just like this circle, and just in like, yeah, that last month. Um, and yeah, he says, like my sponsor said, it's like you might die, and like this was becoming a reality. So Christmas Eve, couldn't even remember it. Didn't remember it at all. My whole basement was trashed. There was couches flipped, like you name it, holes in the wall. Um, and then it was New Year's, and like New Year's, everybody was going to this party. Actually, like this is how messed up I was. Everybody was going to the party, and my roommate's like, "Yo, dude, do you want to come to like the countdown and hang out with hang out with your friends?" And then I don't remember this, but this is what he told me. I apparently looked at him, and I had a whole 2-6 of gin, and I was just like, "No, I don't have any friends," and just drank it all. So like I chugged it all, and that's how deep in it I was. And I chugged it all, and I went to go hang out with my ex-girlfriend. We didn't even make it to the countdown, and I was still stealing her meds. But this is when it gets more rock bottom. Um, so it's New Year's Day, and this is when it's like, this is when I knew it was enough. And I'm just gonna recap here. When I was about 8 years old, my mom came into my room at 3 a.m. I'm a twin brother. I have a twin, and and she came into our room at like 2 or 3 a.m. and we're 8 years old. And she turned on the lights and she's just like, Alex and Cordelle, I want you to know that I just watched this documentary or this this show about methamphetamine, and I never want you to do it again. Like, it must have scared the shit out of her, you know what I mean? Like, she's waking her 8-year-old kids up at like 2 a.m. and she was just like, I never want you to do this drug. I don't know. I just saw like this fear in her eyes at 8 years old. And I was like, yes, Mom, I won't ever do meth. Like, I promise you, like, I'm not gonna do meth. Like, just let me go to sleep. And yeah, so it was New Year's Day. And my ex-girlfriend, she we woke up, just started drinking some vodka, and she's just like, yeah, my neighbor's coming over. And I was just like, okay. And she's like, yeah, he has cocaine. And I was like, tight, that's awesome. Well, he comes over and he starts like um, chopping up lots of cocaine, but then I can definitely see that there's meth there. And I was acting ignorant to it, and I started doing some meth. And then I didn't sleep for 2 days. I went to go pick up my buddy in prison, high on meth. He just got released. And it's kind of foreshadowing, you know what I mean? Like, if
Mhm.
you're going to pick up your friend from prison and you're high on meth, like, that kind of foreshadows for me. I'm just like, that's where I could end up. And yeah, it just got bad. I didn't sleep for like 2 days, and I was at a train station in Calgary, and I was just like, "Whoa, dude! Like, what are you doing? Like, you only have like one or two more drugs to go, and then you've done them all." I
Mhm.
was like, "What are you doing?" And uh, yeah, I was standing at a train station, and there was a train there, and I was like, "You know what? Like, I want to jump in front of it right
Mhm.
now." And I was just like, yeah, it was horrible. I wanted to end my life right there. I wanted to just give up, just not go on anymore, because I have become everything that I was not supposed to become, you know? And something just sparked me, and it was just, I just remembered something they said in the meetings. It's like, if you ever need help, just pick up the phone and call. And I don't know. Something just sparked inside of me, and I was just like, I need to make a call. This is not right. I was just like, you can do this. Like, just give it another shot, and then, boom. That was my rock bottom. Like, because I went against everything my mom said. I was stealing stuff from people. I was just down the rabbit hole. It was horrible. So that was my rock bottom, and I made that call, and that was January 4th, 21 months ago, and now I am. Now I'm here. So, yeah, I didn't mean to get into details about that, but it's just
No,
like
this is beautiful. I love this. I love
it's yeah, like I don't know. There's got to be people out there who have been going through the same thing, if not worse. But like, I just
it.
want them to know that you can change it around, and there's always hope. And it, oh, life is so beautiful, and it does. You don't got to be stuck in that just same pattern and cycle. You don't. You can break it. You definitely can. But yeah, that was definitely my rock bottom. That was the lowest I've ever been, doing things I never would have thought I was doing, and yeah, so yeah.
That's true. That's true. Um. Oh, I'm really excited about this one. Okay. Okay. Tell us about the universal laws.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. I'm gonna say this again. I was being like way too hyped. Tell us about the universal laws.
All right, I could do that. All right, so the universal laws. Okay. You know Tentacion?
Yes. What do you know about him? What?
Huh? Oh yeah, he's like my favorite. Like, such a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I was getting into my personal development, and I was hard into it. And he passed away, and I was just devastated when he passed away. And like, he was a huge part because his music got me through a lot of stuff. And when he passed away, I was just like, I need to watch every single one of his interviews. and there was one interview, and some dude was like record. It wasn't even an interview. Some dude was just recording it on his phone in a parking lot, and X was like literally talking to this fan, and he's just like, "Do you know about the universal laws?" And he's just like, I was like, "What? The universal laws?" So I just wrote it down. And yeah, X was going on. He's just like, "Yeah, the universal laws, like you can do anything you want in life with it, and this and that." So I just was like, "What?" So I started researching, and then that's when I became obsessed with them. And everybody knows this universal law. It's law number 7. It's the law of attraction. It's one of the most famous laws out there because of The Secret. And I knew about it, but little known fact, the law of attraction doesn't work unless you know the other 11. Yeah, so the 12 universal laws. So these are laws that are in the physical world, our world, and these laws cannot be changed. They have been here since the beginning of time. And yeah, I highly suggest everyone goes and learns about these laws because these laws will teach you so much about yourself. They're very important. Like this is my little book, and I wrote down every single universal law in here. I have all the information on it. Like this one's the law of one divineness. This is the law of vibration, and yeah, I have all of them. And these laws are just like so important. So like, okay, I don't even know where to start. There's 12 of them, but I'm not going to go through all of them, but
Uh,
like let's do the law of polarity. I believe that's law number 10.
mhm.
Okay. So like that law, it states that everything has an opposite and a negative. Okay? So say you're on your way to Walmart. You guys got Walmart down there?
We do.
Yeah? Okay. Say you're on your way to Walmart and you're in a time crunch, okay? And you're with a friend or something like that, and you get a flat tire. Oh no, I got a flat tire. Well, the law of polarity states that for every negative, there is a positive. So there is a positive in you having that flat tire. There is a reason that you had that flat tire. And and I know it sounds really dumb, but like,
No, it's
what
true. So
the so like
true.
yeah, like there's a reason it's happening. It's all like divine timing. And that's what the laws are about. They teach you to find the lesson in that negative. They teach you to like just because everything is energy and frequency and vibration. So for example, like if you think a good thought of like, oh yeah, I can say you're skateboarding, I can do a kickflip. But then say the same time you think that positive thought that you can do a kickflip and you have that little negative voice in there and it's just like, you can't do a kickflip, only pros can do a kickflip. Well, the negative energy and the positive energy, they both go together and it cancels it out.
Yeah.
So like you won't be able to do that kickflip. So what you need to do is you need to literally when that negative thought comes, just boom, cancel it out and just like see the ups and like the positives for it. So yeah, the 12 universal laws are very crucial, and I just want to state this. You can learn about the universal laws, you can learn about the law of attraction, but none of them work unless you got the law of action. Anything and everything you do, you need to act on it. You can't just wish for it. It takes work and it takes lots of like time, but like anything's possible. Just please go out there and learn about these universal laws, everyone. Like it's no one knows about them. No one knows about them.
I didn't know that until you told me about it. And like ever since then, I've been like, because it makes too much sense. Because sometimes I found that I've gotten so frustrated because I'm like, I'm doing the law of attraction, but like you just said, like it doesn't work unless you're combining all of them.
Oh yeah, like yeah, and I wish they would have said that in The Secret. Like you know the movie The Secret, right?
Oh my god, yeah. I remember when I first watched it, it creeped me out.
Yeah, yeah, and no one stated about anything like about the other laws. Like for example, the law of gender, like that's a very important law.
Hmm.
Like all of our thoughts are male and female.
Yeah,
No one know, like a lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's like the yin and the yang, like, and you got to like really just understand it, and then once you understand that, like the law of attraction will just breeze by. It'll just like it works, like it's beautiful. But yeah, anyone out there, if you're trying to manifest stuff, I'm telling you to learn the other 11 laws. And I'm actually going to do I think a 60 seconds of value, and I'm going to do every single law, and I'm going to educate people about it. So, because the world needs to know it. There's not enough information out there on it. You know what I mean?
not.
So,
And you better
yeah.
tell me them because I want to see them. I need to. I want to know everything about them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's an ongoing process. I'm still learning, but that's the beauty of life. You're
Yeah.
always learning and growing.
Have you ever seen the Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
Yes.
You
Yes.
scene where he tracks how she got hit by that car.
Wait, say it again.
Do you remember that scene where he tracks how she got hit by that car? Where she was like, she didn't pick up the phone, and then like she opened the door a half a second early, and then like the car was like speeding because it was in a rush because it was late for work, blah blah blah. Like, that's how I feel like life is though.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it totally is.
I got this flat tire. Like for me, like I miss the bus all the time, and it makes me so mad because it's like, man, I'm gonna be late for work, but then I think to myself, there's a reason why I'm not on that bus. So like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like take this time to do something productive.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, no, definitely. There is a reason. And like, yeah, like, for example, like just to do this chat, I was like on the bus and we were like getting stuck in traffic. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be late. Oh my gosh. And I was just like, I'm sitting there and I was like, you know what, Cordell? Like, just chill. It's gonna be all right. This is happening for a reason. It's like, you know what? Like, just go with the flow. Like, I can't control it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's uh, I think a lot of people get worked up about that stuff. They they just try to do life their way and they get upset when it doesn't work out. But we just need to be very open and just flowing and just like not having so many restraints on it. I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough. It's not an easy thing too. And like all the stuff I'm preaching, it it wasn't like the easiest walk ever in the park. I wasn't picking up like dandelions and jumping around with rainbows and butterflies. Like no, it was rocky. So like it takes work, just like with anything. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and there's still much more work to do. You know, it's just trying to find that perfect balance. Anyone can do it though. Anyone.
that's so funny that you say that because when we the time zone change thing really always messes up my mind because like it doesn't make sense in my brain.
Yeah.
And the time that we had originally said, I it didn't register in my mind. So like I when I was messaging, I was like, oh my god, I feel so stupid. He thinks I'm like this stupid girl who doesn't know how to do math, and I was so I really
Oh no.
I sat in a corner. I was like, okay, Ashley, he doesn't think you're stupid. If he does think you're stupid, screw him. He doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah, no, I did not think you're stupid. I was just like, no, I understood it. It's complicated too. It's time zones. Like I would not get mad about a mess up with time zones. No, like not at all. You're you're not stupid. You're great.
oh my god, I'm cry. Okay, what is the impact that you want to leave with the world?
Ooh, that's a good question. um, oh boy. Um, yeah, my number one goal. my number one goal is to bring self awareness. Self awareness is key. And I, okay, I just want to put this straight. We are living in a time where I'm sure you see it. There are people on Instagram who are just like um, life coaches, and they're like my age too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they're charging people to like, you know what I mean? They are charging people to be like, take my course, it will help you out. And they are putting a price tag, a value sign on the people. And I hate that. I hate it. It is so wrong. It is so wrong. And my goal is to give value for free because it should be free.
it
There
should
should be no, yeah, like it should be. There should be no no price tag. Oh, I thought you cut out.
oh,
But there's, oh no, no, it's all good. It's all, it might be a Starbucks. But there is, there should be no price tag. So the impact I want to leave on this world is to create a healthy community of like-minded individuals, and even if we aren't on the same page, to like help you get on your page that is just healthy and good, creating a healthy mindset, knowing who you are, because like I believe that there are so many people out there that are just falling into society's threshold, and they're doing the 9 to 5. And for example, when you're in grade 1 and you're in kindergarten, and they're like, what do you want to be when you're older? And you're always just like, I want to be the president, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a ballerina. And the kindergarten teacher or grade 1 teacher is like, yes, that is awesome, you can do it. Then you fast forward to, I don't know, grade 10, grade 12. What do you want to be when you're older? Oh, I want to be the president. I want to be the ballerina. I want to be an astronaut. How about you get practical? How
yeah,
about you become realistic? And to me, no, no, that is a load of crap, and I am not about that. So I want to help people create a healthy mindset, find out who they are, and for them to go after what they want and what they actually like. And I don't I don't even want money for this. I just want like help people out like so much because I've spent so long being selfish. I think it's time to like give back. And I don't think people realize that like um, this is a quote too by Jim Rohn, but like giving starts the receiving process. So you gotta like just give, and I feel like there's a lot of those people out there who buy my course, this and that. Um, they just take,
yeah.
and I'm not about that. So I just want to give the best because everyone deserves the best. So it's yeah, I I don't know. I get frustrated when I talk about those people who like charge people, but because it's just wrong. No one should be cashing in on somebody, and I'm not gonna talk about that anymore. But
No,
I
no,
want to
no.
make.
I can see the ugly story when it comes to that. There's this guy who was like trying to like we were messaging each other back and forth, and I thought like we were just like gonna connect, maybe possibly collaborate. And then like he tried to sell me, and I was like, you know, this is like I got really ugly with him. I feel so embarrassed because like now he has it like saved on his phone. He can always screenshot it and share with the world. Like look at how ugly this girl can get. But like I get really pissed off because I was like, you know, I don't need a dad. I don't need a self help coach. I need a friend. If we're being honest, and like I thought you were coming to me as a friend, but you're coming to me as a salesman, and I don't like that. I think it's really snaky of you.
Yeah. That's horrible. That's horrible. But you know what? Like, okay, I think that's horrible. Like that he kind of like not like he kind of like snuck his way in there. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like that's wrong. That is wrong. But I do want to say this to people out there. There is nothing wrong with investing in yourself.
oh my god,
Okay?
no.
And like I actually do have a mentor, but she she was never about like, yes, I did pay her, right? But it wasn't like humongous amounts of money. It wasn't the price tag feel, you know what I mean? Like
Uh,
it was actually like genuinely caring about me, and it was just really good. So and her course really helped me out too. It was like 6 weeks, and it I learned so much about myself, and we still talk to this day. She helps me out with everything, but like there is nothing wrong with investing in yourself, and if you are going to do it, just make sure that person's genuine, because a lot of
yeah,
people out there, they just want your money, and
yeah.
it's so sad, but you got to find the real winners. You got to stick with the winners, because birds of the feather flock together.
Not last question. This is the second to last question. This isn't on there, but I always forget to ask this. Um, how do you deal with haters?
Oh,
The negative comments. Oh, sorry. I threw that curveball.
okay. This is like an ongoing thing too. Um, okay, so Gary Vaynerchuk, he said this thing, kill them with kindness. And I was just like, I don't know about that, Gary. So when I first started Self Love Club, it I had this dude, and he might see this, and I hope he does. But we're friends now. But he would go on every single one of my posts, and he would say no, like just no. And on my 60 seconds of value, he would be like, no, just no, no, no. And like I'm posting positivity, I'm like sending good messages out there, and he would just be like, no, in cap locks, and that's all this guy would say. So there was one day, I don't know how he got it, but he got my number. And he literally called me, and he's just like, can I hear like a 60 seconds of value from you, dude? And I was like literally writing my blog, and I'm like, sorry, dude, there's no more time left for 60 seconds of value. Already did it for today. I gotta go. Bye. And I knew it was him. And like, it's really rude, you know what I mean? Just going on everyone's content, just saying no, and then he's calling me, mocking me, and I was just like, oh, that really got under me. So I went onto his page, and his Instagram page is just full of food, and he's a real good cook. Like this guy's a real good cook. And I was just like, Gary says kill him with kindness. So I literally take his number, and I start texting him. I was like, hey dude, I'd appreciate it if you like didn't put no on all my stuff and call me. But by the way, you're a very good cook, and the world needs more people like you. And 2 minutes later, he starts apologizing. He starts like, yo, dude, this is what's up with my life, this and that. And we just start talking. And now we've been messaging each other like every like couple of weeks, and he's giving me shout outs on his page and this and that. So it's I'm still working on it, because like there's people there's a guy last week, he was just like, your voice is annoying. He's like, your voice is annoying, and you're trying to do the 60-second club like Gary, but you're just not as good at it. And I'm just like,
Oh my god.
whatever. I was like, whatever. I didn't even respond to it. I just let him be. And um yeah, it's kind of like you just gotta block them out. And it's really hard. It is so hard. I'm still working on it, because a lot of people try to rain on my parade, and I would never do that to them. But they're just they're going through their own thing, and I understand that. I understand it. I used to be like that. You know what I mean? So it's they'll come around. But if there's anything I could say for haters, just kill them with kindness. Um, like, what else are they gonna do? Oh, thanks for being so nice to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that was so awful. You're being nice to me. Like, what? Like, they can't really. I don't know. Just kill them with kindness.
Yeah,
And even if they're getting annoying, and like you can't kill them with kindness, just like control alt delete. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
just block. You don't need it. You know what I mean? Don't let people rent space in your head. Simple. You
yeah.
know? Like, you want to just stick with winners. I'm gonna. My favorite Les Brown quote is like, "If you hang out with losers, you will become a loser." So like, that's also like another thing. You're like they say, the top 5 people that you hang out with and like your friends. That's very crucial. Environment and friends are so crucial. I cannot stress that enough. And it's it's very hard because there's a lot of people who are just not on the same page. But stick with winners. Anybody watching this, stick with winners. It's very important. Ashley's a winner. Stick with
No,
her.
no.
Ashley's a winner. She's real. It's as real as you get with Ashley. So awesome.
That's funny. Like, I'm gonna add two cents to that. One cent. I try not to touch my phone within the first hour getting up because I don't want to put other people's thoughts in my head. Um, so after I did my morning routine, I hit the phone, and then I got a comment. And I'm like, what? I'm not doing anything wrong. So like, really, 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 so I'm looking
wait,
up. My
wait. Sorry, you cut out like a little bit there.
oh, sorry. I was just saying that I got a negative comment today, and it really affects my. Oh my god, it really hurt me. So I messaged them back, and I was like, I'm sorry that my post offended you. That was never my intent. Feel free to unfollow me if I'm really affecting your life that badly. And then they replied and they said, get this, they said, oh no, it's okay. I love you. LOL. So why did you feel the need to say that? Why did you?
What?
Why did people do
What?
that?
What? Oh.
Why do people do that?
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Like
That.
people
Yeah.
attack, and now you say you love me. Like
Well. Like. Okay. That sucks. That sucks because it gets you in a bad mindset. Well, and it's just like, where did that come from? But like, are you like close with that person? No.
with this person in particular, yes.
Yeah. Just. I don't even know. Just put some boundaries on that. Be like, I don't really don't appreciate that because I would never say that about you. Like, if it's a relationship you care about, like create the boundaries and this and that. But like, um, because yeah, if it's someone that you're really close to, like you need to create that because sometimes they don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
sometimes they don't know that a little comment like that could just like get in your head and you just start thinking. You're like, what the, like, yeah, I've been there. I've had friends like that who would say stuff to me and I'm like, what, why'd you say that? And then it just like will ruin my day. But uh yeah, I don't know, set boundaries with that person.
definitely. And then also, like, I get a lot of like hardcore. I don't know if you know what MGTOWs are. You know what that is?
Mick count.
Mm-hmm. Men going their own way. It's a men's rights group who don't believe in having relationships with women, and I'll get a lot of hate messages from them. Like,
What?
yeah, yeah,
What? Wait. So, okay, wait. So give me some background. Like this is a group
of men
of men who don't believe
and having
in having
relationships with women.
like any contact with
They
women.
think women are the worst thing that ever happened to the world.
How do they? How are they alive? Like what? What?
Yeah,
Like
the
do they know?
mom and like it was really bad for like straight months. I was getting a lot of hate from them. It was, oh my god, that was a really bad month for me. Like now it's starting to slow down. But then recently on one of my posts, one of the family was and I was like, oh my god, like I went straight into panic mode again. I was like, I can't go through this again. like, so I blocked them, and I try not to block people, but like I did because I'm like, this,
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Just block them. That's a bunch of like that's a bunch of bullshit. Sorry for the language, but like that is garbage. Those people suck. Those like I don't mean to get negative, but
no, no,
that
yeah,
is not that is not cool. That is not cool whatsoever. Yeah, just control delete them. You don't need that. You're doing good. You're doing awesome. So
and I feel like, can I like, I'm gonna get a Pokeball and put you in it. Like, I'm doing sad.
oh my god.
Cordelle, I choose you.
I can only come out for 60 seconds though.
Tell people where they can follow you.
uh, you can find me on Instagram. You could also find me on Facebook, but I'm not really active on there. I also have a Twitter. I'm trying to work on that,
Oh,
but
yeah, your Twitter.
it's Tough Love Club, but with two B's. Yeah, I just mostly share like Gary Vaynerchuk stuff, but like it's Twitter is like not as popular in Canada as it is over there in the States. But yeah, it's Tough
L
Love Club.
LOVVE.
LoveClubb, I think. Yeah, it might be.
Wait, okay, spell the whole thing.
So TOUGHLOVECLUBB, I think.
Oh, I see you.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm on there. I'm gonna be starting to post more on Twitter, and once I get, I think, oh yeah, you followed me, and once I get at least, I think I want to go for an hour of 60 seconds of value. Then I'm gonna transition over to Facebook, be putting my content there, and then I want to start doing actually like a Facebook, not a Facebook, but a YouTube channel in the new year, I think.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna be branching out to different platforms once I get my own place and all that stuff. But right now, you can follow me on Instagram. And I know almost every person watching this who is going to see it has an Instagram. So follow me at Tough Love Club. I'll follow you back. And we can start making a healthy community of like minded individuals with healthy mindset because it's beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you so much for chatting with me, Cordell. This is like, I feel so pumped right now, and it's so late at night. I'm like, so thank you for letting me sleep.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Wait. It's 7. Wait, no.
It's only 8:30 here, so like,
8:30.
yeah, I have no excuse. I have no excuse to like not
Okay.
right now.
All right. Well, yeah, no, thank you very much. This was so awesome. It was so awesome. And thank you for your time because time is valuable.
Thank
But
you. God,
yeah.
like, uh, there should be like a male prototype of Cordell, and like there should be like every one of you in like every college, like every.
oh my gosh. That's funny. I've never heard that before.
Okay, thank you so much. Definitely follow Tough Love Club, guys. Like I follow it every day. He's posting. You post every day, right?
yeah, I'm gonna be posting yeah every day because I'm in an accountability group, and yeah, they're like post every day because I was slacking on my posts. But yeah, I'm posting every day. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. No, I'm doing it today. I'm doing it today. I have no excuse not to. It's just gonna be dark. But yeah, I'm gonna start writing, and I'm gonna do it today and brainstorm ideas. But yeah, follow me on Top Love Club. Keep on following Ashley. Spread her story and everything out there because she's doing awesome. She's doing so awesome. Uh, but yeah, keep this up, Ashley, and thank you so much.
Okay, get home
All
safe.
right. Yeah, I will. Okay. Bye.
Bye.